Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 9.12. The chapter which we are related with is labor costing, and as you are well familiar that 10, 11 question had already been solved, and you know very well there is no performer, there is no perfect line, there is no format particularly for this chapter, and we have to arrange by self, we have to design the solution of question by self. So again, you can see in 9.12 your volume of question and a pair of question is telling you that for the first time you have seen this format. So you can see that there is almost one, two, three, four number of workers are present in question, and we'll have to calculate wages for all these four workers separately or with the help of table. It's up to you. I will be just presenting one way of solving this question. If you can solve in better or different way, you can solve it. As I have told you, designing of this question, answer of this question, or solution of this question cannot be fixed with one format or performer. Okay, now question is showing that we have four workers and they have produced or worked for 4 different hours. Though it looks lengthy question, but it's a very simple question. Apparently, I've seen it. The simple method is will if an organization wants to have a stiff competition between workers so that they can produce more, so that they can work more, or they can save time, and within this it would be financially beneficial for the organization or manufacturing concern. Now you can see that a standard time is already presented in the question and it is fixed 200 hours. Normal payment 25 per hour is also given. So it means we are not going to solve any standard by ourselves, as standard has been already presented 200 hours. So for every worker, what we will see, the standard time is given in the question, and that is 200 hours. Okay, and per hour rate is also given in the question, and you can mark it per hour rate, and that is 25 per hour. These two things are present in the question, 25 per hour and 200 per hours. All right. And now we will go to the workers and we'll see what they have produced. As you can see, there are four workers, and first worker is Arshad. So let's find out wages of Arshad. This is our first target, and now we will see how to calculate it. Amjad Arshad has used 210 hours, while standard time was 200 hours. It means he will not be able to get any benefit. He had worked out of the limit of standard hours. So hours taken would be mentioned over here. Hours taken are 210. It means he had not saved any of time in his production. So this is very important why this table is given. The job completed in lesser time, while the first person had completed this job out of the limit of standard time or more than that of standard time, and bonus is announced only for those people who had completed the job within or less than that of standard time. We will see for the next worker if he had saved it, but kindly see that up to first 20% of saving you will be given 10%, and if saving is more than 20%, then up to or for and within next 20% you will get 25% extra amount. And if time saved is even more than that of 25 and 10%, we will go to the third option, 30%, and we'll give 50% of the corresponding saving time. It means it is a gradual increase. It would not be fixed for every worker. If a worker had not saved anything, like we have seen in first worker, there is no time saving. So we will not be reading any part of this bonus scheme as it is fixed for the workers who had saved time. Now for Arshad, we will calculate our normal wages. And how do we calculate normal wages? As we know, we see hours multiplied by per hour. Hours taken 210 and per hour is given over here 25. So in this way you can calculate the amount finally 210 multiplied by 25. So in this way you have calculated wages of first person. Amount of wages can be mentioned like this. Alright, and this was our requirement. And since amount of bonus is nothing, as no saving in time, so final wages was meant to be add normal amount of wages and bonus. Since bonus is zero, the same amount of wages would be considered as final amount. So in this way you can see amount of earning of Arshad 5250. Alright, so this is my way of solving this question horizontally. If you want to change it, you are very open to change it, and let me show your own way. Let me show your creative image, and you can design this question on your own way. Now we will be following what second person is Amjad, how much he is earning from this production. First condition is simple. You will see if he had saved time. This was your first answer. Let it mark as it has been done. Okay. We will follow the same sequence. Standard time for Arshad would be similar, and that is 200 hours. Again, per hour rate, it would be similar as well, and we have 25 per hour. Next, hours taken, and obviously it would be different. For Amjad, we will see how many hours he have taken. Amjad had taken 160 hours. So yes, he had saved something. 160 hours. What is this? Why it is upward? Okay. Hopefully you have understood that time saving is present in here. Arshad normal wages would be calculated similarly. Hours multiplied by per hour. Hours taken 160 and per hour is 25. So normal wages or amount of wages can be calculated in similar way where 160 would be multiplied to 25. Now amount of bonus, say yes or no. Okay, some of you will give the correct answer. As you can see, he had completed his job within that standard time, not only within, rather less than that of standard time. So we will be calculating his bonus in a different way. For that, let's start from here. Bonus would be calculated separately, otherwise this page would be vanished. So I'm using the same page. Look at here, this was the stage. Since there was no bonus over here, we could conclude in single column next. For bonus, you will have to read it again. up to first 20% saving. So first part would be saving, then we know per hour, and hours saved would be here, and how much percentage would be given as bonus, and then amount of bonus can be calculated over here. In this way, what we will do here, amount would be calculated. All right, let's come over here. How much time Amjad had saved? For that, you will see 200 was standard time and 160 hours were taken. It's easy. 40 hours were saved. 200 minus 160. Saving is 40 hours, so go over here and see up to first 20% saving in time. So we will calculate first 20%. 200 were total hours and 20% multiplied by 20 divided by 100. Please note it down. So first 20% saving is 40, and how much would be given as bonus? For first 20% saving in time, 10% corresponding saving. So here you will calculate 10% of this corresponding saving, multiply by 10 divided by 100. So these are the hours saved, and here you will calculate the amount. And how will you calculate the amount? For hours multiply by per hour. Hours for, let me write it, hours were 4 and amount of bonus, okay, instead of this just write down 25 per hour. So here you will calculate 4 into 25. Amount of bonus is here and amount of wages 4000 is present over here. So you can calculate. Okay, now second stage is how many hours he had saved, and look at there, your hour saved percentage is also 40. It means will not have to go next. Why we okay, see here there are 4 5 stages. If somebody had saved hours more than 20%, then we will follow the next stage. And here you can see out of 40 hours saved, 200 standard time, 160 were hours taken, he had saved 40 hours, and we had given him 40 hours. First 20% is also 40. It means hours saved are exactly equal to hours of bonus as well. So this was the percentage applied according to question. Amount you have calculated 4 multiplied by per hour 25, amount is here. So in this way you have calculated your amount of bonus as well. At upper level, what you have calculated your normal wages, and lower portion is amount of bonus. Total amount of wages can now be calculated. Let's take to this way. Total amount is this 100 rupees, and now we do not need to write over here. So here we will calculate the sum. We have normal wages 4000, add bonus amount 100, so we have got 4100 as final amount of wages would be paid to second person is Amjad. Let's go back question, and Amjad's amount is 4500 and our answer is also 4100. So it's a humble request, just repeat it, try to understand it, what we have done. First answer was 5250, second answer is 4100. What have we done? 200 hours standard time, 160 hours he had taken. Simple hours worked multiplied by per hour 25 total amount of wages. And how we can have calculated the bonus, since he had saved 40 hours. This is what 40 hours were saved. Okay, we can do another thing. It is just to make you understand in better and more prominent way. Okay, let's do it now. How you have calculated saving? 200 hours were standard and he had taken 160. He had taken 160 hours. So 200 hours were standard and he had taken 160 hours. So 40 hours are saving. Percentage is calculated from the question up to first 20% saving. So 200 hours were standard time and you had calculated first 20%, that is 40, and hours save, that was given in the question, 10% of corresponding saving in time. This is your percentage. Hours save were 40 and he was saying to calculate 10%. In this way you have got your 4 hours save. Amount would be paid in this way, per hour would be multiplied, you have got your bonus. So Amjad has also completed. Now we will be calculating amount for third worker, and let's see who was third. Nazar. And Nazar, for Nazar we will be doing the same thing. First standard time, and this standard time would be similar, 200 hours, and then per hour rate would also be similar for Nazar. Per hour rate is 25 per hour. And then third amount is hours taken or time taken. Nazar has completed his work in 120 hours. Again, time saving is present, but for first step you will calculate your normal wages. How you will calculate normal? Hours taken 120 and you need to multiply it per hour 25. So amount, final amount you can calculate by multiplying 120 into 25. So these are normal wages. Now for bonus you will take further step. For bonus, first we will calculate saving. How many hours are saved? 200 was your standard time and he had completed this job in 120 hours. So how many hours he had saved? 200 minus 120, 80 hours. So these are the number of hours which were saved, and now we will follow two steps of percentage which is given in the question. You can see up to first 20% of saving. So we will calculate percentage, and it has been said to calculate first 20%. You need to calculate 20 divided by 100, and how you will calculate 200 multiplied by 20 divided by 100. First saving is 80. As you know that total saving is 80 and we have calculated first percentage which is equal to 40. Should we go to the next step or not? You can see up to first 20% saving you will give percentage for and within next 20%. Why will go to the next 20%? Because total saving of hours in case of Nazar is 80. First percentage has approached or reached up till 40 only. So we will choose the next step as well. And next step is saying 4 and within next 20, again 20% we will calculate again. 200 multiply by 20 divided by 100, same answer would become 40. So in this way, first saving 40, second saving again 40, and total saving 80 would be completed. Total saving was 80. We will give bonus in two steps as provided the information in your question, and we have seen it for so many times. First 20% and next is also 20%. In this way, 40 and 40, when you will add both 40s, you will get 80. It means we will take two steps. Why we haven't taken two steps in previous part? Because first step was 40 and total hours saved were also 40. So you will not have to take the next step. In case of Nazar, first percentage was equal to 40, total saving was 80, so we'll have to go further to accumulate it up to 80. Next is to calculate second percentage or hours saved. For that we will again go back to the question. First 20%, for first 20% saving, 10% corresponding percentage is, so you will calculate, this answer was 40, and further you will calculate 10%, and amount which you will get would be 40 multiplied by 10 divided by 104, and you will calculate percentage for this as well. For this, second stage is saying for and within next 20%, 25% saving in time is your second stage. So 40 is our calculation, and you will multiply it with 25 divided by 100. This way you will calculate your second saving. 40 multiplied by 25 divided by 100. Okay, so next step is to calculate the amount of bonus. And how will you calculate? Hours multiplied by per hour. This way you can calculate. So hours 4, it would be multiplied by 25, and next second stage is saying hours 9.6, it would be multiplied 25 per hour. Calculate first amount 4 into 25, and second amount is what, 9.6 multiplied by 25. This is your second amount which we have calculated. Okay, there are two amounts, and now we will accumulate all the amounts. First bonus you can see is 100, put over here. Second bonus is 240, put over here. These are the three amounts which would be given to the worker, and we will now be finally accumulating total amount of wages. Here we will calculate, and how? You will sum first normal amount of wages, then you will add first bonus 100, then you will add second stage bonus 240. In this way you will calculate your total amount of wages for third worker 3340, and answer is 3350. Let me check it. First answer for bonus is, oh, we were talking about Nazar. Okay, 9.6. Let me see. For and within next 20% and 25%. 20% and 25%. Oh, by mistake it has been written 24. It was actually 25. It is typographical, sometimes it happens, doesn't matter. So in this way you will calculate 9 point, it was not 9 point, it was 10. So we have got our answer as 25, 10, and same would be put over here to 50. So we have got double 350, double 350 for Nazar. Now I was sharing the fact that these lectures are absolutely live. I would never be pausing this lecture, not changing or editing this lecture behind the scene. So that is why, and a pure evidence you have seen right now. So three workers' wages have been completed, Nazar, and next worker is Nahid. For Nahid, we will be doing the same thing which we have done at above. Nahid. To follow the footsteps of previous part, we will be doing the same thing so that you can coherent or correlate previous. First, you will see the standard time. It would be similar, that is 200, and then standard time was 200 hours, and next step is to see per hour rate, and this would also be similar. Per hour rate is 25 per hour, and next is hours taken. Yes, from now there will be a difference that would start. Hours taken. For Nahir, will go to the question. 50 hours he had taken, a huge saving in time. Okay. After hours taken, what else we have written? Normal wages. So you will calculate normal wages how? Hours he had worked 50 and multiply with per hour, that is 25. So you can calculate amount of wages now. How much amount of wages? 50 multiplied by 25. So this would be considered as amount. Now we will calculate bonus as well. So let's see how many stages for bonus we will do. For that we will go to the question and we'll see how many hours this worker had saved. 200 was standard time and he had taken how many hours? 50. So in this way 150 would be his number of hours saved. And next step is to calculate the first percentage. And since it is given in the question only, first stage is up to 20%, 10% corresponding. First 20% we will calculate, and how will calculate? Total standard time was 200 multiplied by first 20%. Let's calculate the hours. 200 multiplied by 20 divided by 100. Total hours saved are 150. First stage is only 40%. Now we will see its second stage, and what name we have given. Uh, these are hours saved. Hours saved. For this, we will follow the instruction of questions. First 20%, second percentage is 10%. So you will calculate 40 multiplied by 10 divided by 100. How this 40 has appeared? You have calculated this, and from this you will calculate the percentage. Now put it on your calculator. 40 multiplied by 10 divided by 100. Should we take the next step? Total saving is 150 and we have chosen to give the bonus only 40 hours. So yes, we will take the next step. For next step, we are asked to take 20% first. So here again you will calculate 200 multiplied by 20 divided by 100. Let's calculate the percentage. 200 multiplied by 20 divided by 100. So again we have got percentage as 40. Up till now we have calculated percentage for this 40 and 40, total 80, but we'll have to go up till 150. Total saving is 150. For second stage, corresponding percentage. For second corresponding percentage is 25%. So here you will calculate 40 multiplied by 25 divided by 100, and how you have taken 40. This was answer of first stage, and for first stage second corresponding percentage given in the question was 25%. So here 40 multiplied by 25 divided by 100. These are second hours. Should we go for the next step? Total hours saved 150 and bonus is given to 40 hours and 40 hours. Total 80 hours. So yes, we will go further for the third step. This was your first step. Look at here, for first 20%, for next 20%, third step is 30%. So here we will go for further 30%. 200 multiplied by 30 divided by 100. Let's calculate the amount. 200 multiplied by 30 divided by 100. So now how many hours we have saved up till now? 60 plus 40, 100, 100 plus 40, 140. So even we'll have to take the fourth step as well, because we need to give bonus for 150 hours. First we will calculate the corresponding percentage of third step. Here you can see this was your third step, 30%, corresponding percentage is 50%. So let's calculate 50% of what? This is your answer for third step, 60, and you need to calculate 50% over here. Let's put it on your calculator. 60 multiplied by 50 divided by 100. Third amount is also in front of us. Now let me know if we are going for the further step. Should we go to the, there were four steps of calculation of bonus: 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have already taken 3 steps. Now decide if we want to take the fourth step as well. As I have earlier mentioned, 60, 40, 100 and then 40, 140. Total hours which were required, which were targeted to give bonus, were 150. Up till now we have given bonus for only 140. So yes, we will go for the last step as well, and no matter whatever percentage is given for the last step, this is your last step for within next 30%. We will not calculate 30% because only 10 hours are left. So instead of calculation here, you won't calculate, and instead of calculation you will be just putting 10 hours. Why? Because total hours saved were 150, and up till now in 3 steps we have given bonus for 140 hours. And if we will calculate next 30, it would go beyond the limit of 150. So instead of calculation, you will give bonus of remaining hours. How we have calculated remaining hours? Total hours were 150, and up till now we have given bonus for 40 hours and given bonus for next 40 hours over here, and given bonus for next 60 hours. So when you will subtract it, you will get this 10. Hopefully you will be having in your mind why we have taken 10 and why we haven't calculated the next percentage. Because if you will take 30%, again 60 would come and it will cross the limit of bonus hours, which is 150. Now let's go back, and 4 steps corresponding percentage is needed. 4 and within 30%, this is 4 step, and corresponding percentage is 30%. So finally for 4 step, you will take this answer and will calculate 30%. Statement is completed. Let's calculate 10 multiplied by 30 divided by 100. So we have got number of hours 3. First stage has been completed. Now we will calculate the amount of bonus. For this, what you will do, you have an idea per hour rate is 25. First selected hours 4, you need to multiply it with 25. Again, for second step, hours were 10 and you need to multiply 25. For next step, hours were 30 and you need to multiply per hour rate 25. And for last step, hours were 3, multiply it with 25 per hour rate. So in this way, 4 categories we have selected to give the bonus. Let's calculate first amount, 4 multiplied by 25. Next amount is 10 multiplied by 25. Then we have third amount, 30 multiplied by 25. And last is 3 multiplied by 25. In this way, there is normal wage and then first bonus, second, third and fourth bonuses. This way we can calculate our total amount of wages. How? We will add very first thing, which is normal wages 1250, and then we will add first bonus 100, then we will add second bonus 250, add third bonus 750, add fourth bonus 50. So finally we have got the amount of total amount of wages of Nahir 2425. Let's check out our answer, 2425. In this way, all 4 answers are completed and we are going to mark this 4th answer as well as it has been done. So in this way, if you will understand this 4th part of Nahid, you can understand any part of the question. We do have 4 different workers present over here, and if you will understand Nahid, you will understand everything. Hours saved were 150. First stage reached only for 40 hours. That is why we have adopted second stage, but second stage reached up to 80, 40 plus 40, 80. Then we will opt our third stage as well, and where we have reached 60 plus 40, 100 plus 40, 140, and we were needed to give bonus for 150 hours. So 3 stages were not enough. That is why you have opted the 4th step, and at 4th stage you haven't calculated the initial percentage because it was 30%. When you will calculate 30%, it will go out of the limit of 150 hours. 4th stage percentage was also 30%. This is your 4th stage, and 3rd stage was 30%. So this is what I was saying, that if you will calculate 4th stage 30%, it would be out of the limit of 140 hours, while we were required to give only 10 hours which were left. How we have calculated 10 hours? Out of 150, first bonus was for 40 hours, second bonus was again for 40 hours, third bonus was for 60 hours, total 140, remaining were only 10 hours. So 4th step would be concluded for 10 hours without calculation. And this is the corresponding percentages given in the question, and you can see that corresponding percentage were given little downside. For first 20, 10%. For first percentage is 10, again 10, again 25, and then 50 and 30. Percentages were 10, 25, 50 and 30. So percentages were 10, 25, 50 and 30. These were first and second percentages we have calculated. all these percentages are first, and these were second percentages we have calculated. With this, R say 4 and we have multiplied it with 25 per hour rate. Bonuses were calculated, all four bonuses, and normal wage rate, normal amount of wage is 1250. Total amount we have calculated 2425. In this way, our answers have been completed. We have Arshad 5250. This is Arshad 5250. And then we had Amjad 4100. So here we have started Amjad 4100, and then Nazar 335. This is Nazar, and amount has been calculated for Nazar 3350. And finally we have seen Nahid 2425. Nahid 2425 amount. Answers are reviewed, question is reviewed, and I am very hopeful that you people have understood, though it has a little length, but it was very simple. We were just following the instructions given in the question. No brain was used, no brain exercise was there. We have just followed the percentage which was present in the question. Though our question has been solved, answers are reviewed, but even then, if you have any difficulty or any question regarding the solution of this question, you are very open to ask your queries through messages, text, or directly meet and show your queries. I am promising you your queries would be welcome, and I will surely be available for answering your questions. 9.12 is completed, and hopefully we will be meeting soon again for the solution of any other question in future, inshallah. Up till then, please take care of yourself, and I am requesting you to please pray for me as well. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.